BP, the company once called British Petroleum, wants to sell its British oil and gas fields in the North Sea. Reuters correspondent Shadia Nasralla calls it symbolically a blow to Britain's standing as an industrial nation and as a destination for big companies. The proposed sale is part of a $20 billion divestment program BP launched after years of turbulence and pressure to boost profitability and reduce debt. The timing collides directly with a political transition in London. Andy Burnham has become the new UK Prime Minister and has pledged to re-industrialize the nation. But the basin BP is preparing to leave is in steep decline. At the turn of the millennium, Britain produced roughly 4.5 million barrels of oil equivalent per day, placing it alongside OPEC heavyweights like Iraq. Today, that figure has fallen to around 1 million barrels per day and is on a declining trajectory. The industry blames an unstable tax regime that has flip-flopped repeatedly over the last 2 decades, deterring the long-term investment needed to sustain production. BP is not alone. Over the past 10 years, most oil majors have restructured their British North Sea holdings, selling to smaller companies, private equity firms, or offloading assets into joint ventures. The contradiction facing Burnham is sharp. He has promised to rebuild British industry, yet one of the country's most iconic industrial companies is preparing to walk away from its own backyard, driven out, in part, by the very policy instability his government inherits. BP has not named a buyer and no sale is final. But the unresolved question is whether any new prime minister can reverse the conditions that have shrunk a once world-class energy basin to a fraction of its former self, or whether the North Sea's long decline is now beyond any government's power to stop.